Hello and welcome to our latest video where we explore the northern Central Highlands of Mexico, dipping into geothermal waters, visiting the gardens of an eccentric Englishman and discovering an unexpected Cornish influence. Puente de Dios, or God's Bridge, is a waterhole with clear blue water surrounded by rainforest. Sadly, the weather wasn't conducive for a swim that day, and we got quite wet without even going into the water. To visit the waterfall at El Salto, you need to go at the weekend. We didn't, so it was dry. The hydroelectric company controls the flow of the water and literally turns off the water during the week. To get to the Cascada de Tamul, you take a small wooden boat which seats up to 16 people. What we didn't realise was that you have to row the boat by yourself, and as we were only 4 people plus the guide, it was quite hard work at times. At one point we got out to walk around some small rapids whilst the guide dragged the boat through them.
La vida no te va a perdonar por el tiempo que quieres gastar con opiniones de los demás que solo te quieren atrasar, que solo te quieren atrasar. Yo sé que el mundo no es para mí, que con fortuna yo no nací. Yo sé que quieres que odie todo, que nunca viva la vida feliz. El viaje es largo y hay que caminar.
The return journey is a lot quicker, and we stopped at a small cenote for a swim in the warm water. When we returned to the campsite, we were offered lunch cooked by Lucy, the owner. Having commented that the homemade mole was delicious, June then sat down with Lucy for a full-on lesson on the spices she used, all of which came from her garden. We came away from the campsite with a few jars of various chili and pepper mixes. The Sótano de las Golondrinas, or Swallow's Cave, is a deep limestone sinkhole and home to thousands of white-collared swifts. Not actually swallows as in the name. Every day at dawn and dusk, the birds leave and enter the cave, slowly spiralling in and out. It was quite a spectacle and well worth the hundreds of steps down and up again to the mouth of the cave. Xolitla was a fun town to drive around, especially in a larger vehicle, but we were desperately in need of a laundry, so needs must. Las Pozas was created by Englishman Edward James. and is a jungle-filled labyrinth of a garden filled with surreal sculptures. James had a colourful life and was a patron of Salvador Dali. He amassed one of the greatest collections of surrealist art and took inspiration for his sculptures from across the world. The gardens fell into a state of disrepair but are now being restored. The Grutas Tolantongo is a collection of thermal pools, caves and a warm turquoise river. The fee to park there overnight is minimal on top of the daily entry, so we spent a couple of days enjoying it all. It did get a little busy though. The town of Real de Monte was built on mining, and it was here that we found ties back to Cornwall in the UK. Cornish miners were brought to the town in the 19th century after a British company commandeered the mines, and along with their expertise came the pasty. After some recipe changes to accommodate local ingredients and tastes, the pasty is still very much thriving, and at the Pasty Museum you can make your own as part of the tour. The basaltic prisms of Santa Maria de Regla are like a mini Giant's Causeway. They are located in an ecological park with lots of activities, but we spent our time just wandering around the rock formations. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again soon as we continue to explore southern Mexico.